Welcome to another episode of Living Free. As always, the goal is to use our stories to change narratives. And today I have an inspiring guest in the building, a graduate in Criminology and Criminal Justice, an avid reader, a poet and a writer. My guest was born in London but raised in Aba, Nigeria, where he lived for 12 years before relocating back to the UK. Without further ado, ladies, gentlemen, and my non-binary siblings, I am Daniel, your host, and I'm living free with Tochi Danny.
Okay. First one I uttered.
Thank you very much, Tochi, for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Tochi Danny.
Tochi Danny, yeah.
I was expecting a Nigerian surname.
I no longer use my surname.
Right.
Yeah, if
Okay.
it's not like in
Official.
yeah, I don't use my surname.
All right,
But my
okay.
surname is
Right.
but Danny is what I use for my social
Yeah,
media,
yeah.
YouTube and
Yeah, similar. Like, I've got Dan, you, me for like anything, and then
Yeah.
work is. I say, oh, good. Let us start with you being very traditional, cultured.
absolutely.
Talk to me about that. I've seen videos of you. I've seen to Igbo songs.
Yeah. I grew up with my grandparents.
Right.
So
Here in the UK.
in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a lot of I had a lot of traditional influences around me.
Right.
And I've always been an old soul.
Right.
In terms of the music that I like.
Right.
I'm very much inspired by Oliver the Coke, Fela, yeah, Desoniade, Besonio Koso, like all these people.
Back to the old days.
Yeah, like I just like the music, and the thing is, I like the beat, and I just like how inspirational those sounds were at the time, because you have the likes of Onyekome, who is just phenomenal.
Wow.
But anyways, like I like this music because I just like the sound.
Yeah, you connect and stuff.
Yeah, like there's a connection to the spiritual realm. And
Right.
I think, there's just a connection that I just don't like. I like modern music.
Because I was going to ask you, what do you think has changed?
I just think
In comparison to, modern music, basically.
I just think life changed.
Right.
I think with the influence of technology.
Okay.
We now live in a postmodern society where there's sort of a fusion of all of the cultures and people are getting inspired. So things are changing, but at the same time, I think a lot of these new artists, they're also inspired by the older artists. Tiwa Savage just released a new song, and even the sound is very much inspired by Fela.
Quick one, Tiwa Savage versus Yemi Alade, which one is it?
I like them both.
I know, I just wanted to hey! There's this stuff, I don't know, Nigerians. But they're both amazing.
They do, but I think it happens in every industry. People try to put famous. I like Yemi and I like Tiwa, but their sounds are different.
Yeah,
even though,
and it should be both appreciated as well.
Even though Yemi is a really, really good performer. Like on stage, she's fine.
So you're pro Yemi, basically.
Oh no, I like Tiwa as well.
Okay,
I have her albums.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Anyway, thank you for that. Let's talk about growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Family. What should we know about you? What was growing up like in Nigeria?
Growing up in Aba was very interesting. Aba is it's not as glamorous, sort of Abuja or Port Harcourt or even Lagos, but it's very. I think, there's a phrase that we use for Aba: bend down and you see Aba, which means it's a very hustle and bustle. Environment, and it's very much inspired by entrepreneurship, innovation, people doing different things. Growing up in Aba was interesting. It was fun. I wasn't really the loud, outgoing. I was very much quiet and.
You seem like a private person.
I've always been private and read.
How about family? So, how many are you?
So I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
And you're what position are you?
First.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm the firstborn.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's interesting. But I grew up with my grandparents and my aunties and uncle as well.
Right.
Before they got married. Growing up, everyone got married and left the home. So it was just at some point it was me, my grandparents, and my nanny.
And were your grandparents religious?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, the ones that go to. So you were doing door to door.
For the first 18 years of my life, I was a Jehovah's Witness.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, that's a different experience to being an ordinary Christian.
For me, with Jehovah's Witnesses, I don't know. I feel like they go preaching the gospel, which is good.
Which is what the Bible said that we should do.
Yes, but because I used to be very religious. When it came to me sharing my pamphlets with them, for example, my
They want to
church.
it.
Why? Like, you're giving, you're not taking.
Because they see themselves as the true religion, and then all of the churches are, worldly. They don't live by Bible standards. So, but I mean,
wow.
People describe Jehovah's Witnesses anyway as a cult. I mean, very much like the Mormons, because once you leave a cult, there are severe consequences. So, when you're no longer a Jehovah's Witness, when you're no longer a Mormon, regardless of your race, ethnicity, many people are disowned by their families.
Wow.
Yeah, it's such a big topic within that community where, I mean, there's been series of allegations against them as well.
Wow.
Historically, and a lot of people leave the religion. People grow up and then they leave.
Yeah, and I heard they don't believe in democracy, and that's why
they don't get involved in politics.
Wow. Anyway, this is no. We'll come back to that. So you're no longer religious.
I'm no longer a Jehovah's Witness.
You're no longer alright. Okay.
But I'm not really religious, but I'm more spiritual. I do pray. I think when I left Jehovah's Witnesses, I went into traditionalism.
Right.
So I started worshiping.
Your roots.
Yeah, my roots, because I just felt like I just needed to tap into that.
Is that paganism?
No, traditionalism is like worshipping, sort of not worshiping, but sort of really believing in like ancestors and ancestral spirits, your forefathers. I don't call it that.
Voodoo.
Traditional worshipping, the Igbo traditional.
But what do Nigerians call it, Tochi?
Listen, this is the thing. The white, our colonizers, they came with their religion and told us that our religion is bad. Yeah, but that was what happened.
Yeah,
that's what they did.
No, you're right.
I mean, now we call it juju and we have all these negative connotations.
You're right.
For me,
Christianity was never part of our culture.
Exactly. For me, it's a traditional religion. Yeah. And all those traditional gods and just believing in the ancestors, that's a traditional religion.
Yeah.
Some people actually still practice that today.
Yeah,
in some parts of Nigeria.
It's just interesting how we've been conditioned to see that as a bad one, and Christianity that was imported.
And Islam as who?
Yeah, wow.
No.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about your sexuality.
Okay.
I mean, that's a juicy part for me. Anyway, for the record, how do you self-identify? How do you identify? Are you straight? Are you...
I wouldn't be here if I was straight. I'm actually a very blunt person. Sorry.
You have to go there, didn't
you? Sorry, I didn't mean to come across as rude. It's just... Okay, sorry. I take my statement back.
No, we're not going to delete it. There's no point. Okay. Don't worry.
I am a gay black man.
Right.
And I'm also, a gay black man, British-born Nigerian.
The reason I've asked is I've never heard you talk about your sexuality ever. Not on your Instagram, or I've not seen any video of you talking about it. Right. And,
Oh, you just don't know.
I mean, I know.
Of course, yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, some people know, some people don't. And I think when I did my YouTube videos with my friends about 2-3 years ago, that was like a big kerfuffle. I mean, it ended up on Instablog.
Wow.
People said that they had faith in me to come back and Nigeria.
Yeah. Oh.
But I think since then, and there's just been a lot of changes in me that now I'm comfortable saying it.
Right.
But it's not really something that I would sort of purposely talk about on my social media. There's a lot going on in my life. There's a lot that I focus on.
And
for me,
and how old are you, and when did you realize you're gay?
I'm 24.
Right.
I've always known.
Okay.
But I think for many of us, especially growing up within African cultures, I think sometimes we don't have the language to actually describe what is going on.
What we feel.
And what we feel. So most times we sort of grow up and then we're sort of battling with what we are, our identity. People go through identity crisis, people come out, people don't come out, people try to force themselves to be straight. But then what you realize is that the more you force yourself to be straight, the more gay you become, because trust me, I've been through that. The more you force yourself to like this and be this way, your body's telling you actually
this is not you.
Your mind is telling you actually this isn't you.
And what is family like? Do they know? I mean, if this video goes
I'm out to my family knows, even the ones in Nigeria. My mom told everyone. So
so you told your mom first?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I came out to her first. My dad isn't in my life, but I mean he knows, because when I came out, my mom told him, and just big kerfuffle. But anyways, him, he's not really he's not really a factor in my life.
So you seem to, I mean, care and love your mom, right? What was that reaction like?
Culture and family. I mean, just like every other family. I mean, it wasn't accepting, but I think one thing about me is I grew up around strong-minded, independent Nigerians. Okay. So even growing up in Nigeria, I grew up around something out of nothing. I grew up around dropouts who became millionaires. You know, business, they just drop out. They had no money, nothing, and they made it. So I think for me, I've always had that independent, strong mindset. Okay. And I think when I came back to the UK when I was 14, and just staying with my mom and, you know, just sort of trying to adapt into the culture there, it was interesting. But then again, I'm a very strong-minded person, so I think in some ways, I think my family, they're a bit shocked that I'm sort of like, I've made it clear, Bama, this is this, and I'm not trying to please them like I would normally, like, you know, the conventional Nigerian where you have to
live for them
and live for them. So they're kind of shocked, but at the same time,
they're like,
I'm kind of
give back to this,
getting on with my life. Yeah, and it's really interesting. And actually, on that topic, there's actually something that I need to say. So, I think by the time this video will come out, it's probably been a while. Right. But was it last week? Because even though I'm out to my mom, I haven't actually, like, I think sometimes I sort of avoid the topic, and then now my mom kind of comes in and talk as if she has hope for me to be straight. Okay. But last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, I went there and I made things very clear to all of them. I said, listen, I'm never going to marry a woman. That would never happen. It's doing myself a disservice, doing her a disservice. It would never work. I will marry a man if I want to. Right. And if I want to have children, I'll have children. Right. This is it. This is final. This is who I am.
That must have been shocking.
Oh my God. Very shocking.
Like, dashing.
It was very shocking. But I think, again, like, I've always been quite strong-minded. But I think they're not used to me being like that. But what I told them is this is what a lot of my generation of Nigerians are doing right now. Not even in terms of being gay, but just in general. We're not trying to live our lives to please our parents anymore, because we realize the damages that could do. An acquaintance of mine actually was telling me about her friend in America who got married, but she was in a bad marriage because her parents, I think they're Catholics, they don't believe in divorce. So she was in a marriage. She got divorced when the parents died. Why would I want to live my life like that? And you have some people doing that, even in the community. They only come out when their parents are older or you know, just something like that.
It's it's like
what's the point?
You're right. You're right about our generation reclaiming our narratives and ourselves, and not just to do with sexuality or gender identity. Like, people are breaking free.
People are breaking free. Living free with Dan.
You know, because, and I think that was part of my, would I say, triggers as well, that made me just get out of the box. Because in my head, like, for how long, you know? You know, like, that question, like, you know, how many anyone, but it's hard to live your truth.
It is hard. It requires dedication.
Well, it should be the simplest thing, because it's just you, right?
It's just you, and the thing is, there's that element of freedom that you get internally. When you know I'm not living.
I feel like we're connected now.
Because with Nigerian parents, no disrespect to you guys, but sometimes we need to be very strict with all of you. Seriously, otherwise you all drive us mental.
Especially after coming out. And I think I love, come on, mothers, right? I love my mom to beat and stuff, but like you said, it's like,
you have to
listen, you can't be homophobic. if you don't have anything good to say about me being gay, let's not have a conversation. Because sometimes emotional blackmail makes you, oh, my mom, when you start saying, I offer my meaning, you want to kill me. You know, I didn't kill my mom. You only kill me.
That's my. When I first came out, that's what she said. You know,
I trained you, things like that, and those are the words many queer people still hear, and that's why they can't be themselves. So, well done to you. I mean, you seem to have, you're reclaiming yourself. You've known who you are, and I think going back to them and saying, actually, whatever hope you have about, if you think, I think, go on.
Yeah, go on.
And I was also like going to church. Mine was like, the other we spoke, and then she said, "Oh, it's been almost a year now. That, are you gonna change and stuff? There's
Did she ask you that?
Yeah. So I'm like, so people are actually waiting. They're actually waiting for some posts on Facebook to say, actually, the Lord has healed me.
Are they Protestants? Are they doing the fasting and prayer? These people are serious, Hey, they will go, Pastor Deboye will heal you.
One's like, I give you 3 days before the wrath of God comes down on you. I'm like, what am I doing? Just leave me. Anyway, we can talk about this all day. It's just
seriously, and I think one thing for me is history. I think a lot of do you know what it is? I think religion has taken away logic. And critical thinking and common sense, and I think that is one of the main causes of people fearing what they don't understand. I mean, in this age of information, you have access to the internet, and I said this to my mom as well. I said, all you have to do is go to your GP and ask questions.
Right.
The whole world does not revolve around you and your Bible, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
Go to your GP, ask questions. Even in my own Igbo culture, for example, the women to women marriages were prevalent in pre-colonial Igbo culture before the missionaries came.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go on the internet, study things, study your history.
I would never understand how a pastor would tell a pregnant church member to drink bleach. And they actually
listen.
Because the man of God said so. I don't know. I mean, Nigeria is where your doctor will tell you to do something, and your pastor will say do something else.
To the pastor.
And you leave the doctor with Anyway, where were we? Well done, right? So I think you're not in a perfect relationship with your family. Similar to many of us, but you know what you want,
Absolutely.
and you're giving them that time. You're on a journey, right? But however long it takes.
Yeah, I mean,
you're being
I'm not sure if, yeah, that's true. I mean, you're right. But I think for me, it's not even so much about the journey. It's more about, I've told you who I am.
Yeah.
Either you accept me or you don't.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
At least now you know. Don't ask me any other question about this, because the answer would, and I've told you that the answer would not change.
Yeah.
So the earlier you accept it, the better for your mental health. Because I can't come and die.
Yeah, because we can anyway. What's I gonna say? Let's talk about.
Really passionate.
Yeah, because it's
it's our
reality.
This way, but that's our reality.
It's our realities. I was gonna talk about your siblings, right? Because you're the first.
Yeah, I'm the first.
So even I'm the last, right? So I think the difference is, I'm the last of 7. So my parents have.
They're kind of like.
I've got like how many nieces now? Like 5 or whatever. I think 7 in total. Wow. And nephews, right? So they've got enough, right? Yet they still want to see mine, which is nice. But you're the first, and we know firstborn and culture and everything.
There's a lot of expectation.
Yes.
I think for me, because I think even the other day, my mom was talking to me about getting married, and I know that deep down she's only saying that because she knew that I was gay, and she just thinks getting married, quick. Because I know actually, most Igbos marry late. I don't know anyone in my family that married at the age of except my auntie that married when she was 24.
Right.
But most of my other aunties, uncles, in fact, some of my uncles married in their 30s.
Right.
Most of my aunties married in their late 20s.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's this belief that you need to set yourself up first before you actually
get into marriage.
Think about marriage.
Yeah.
So when she asked me that, I'm like, why is she like? Does she not?
It's like
my grandparents would never ask me to marry at 24. They'll be like, no, you need to. There are things you have
she
to.
suspects.
Yeah, she suspects.
Like,
so she's thinking, okay, if you get married, it will help you to control these urges, these feelings that you're getting. What?
I think I was told actually, get married to a girl, just get her pregnant, and then you can be gay. So it's a case of like, just give us a grandchild, right? And whatever you choose to do. So in my head, I'm like, so what's gonna happen to that child?
They don't care.
Would I not be their father? Yeah.
And then like, they're not thinking about you because if they're asking you to get married and give birth to a child, but then do they not know that you may not even want that child to spend time with them because they might even brainwash that child?
So I think
and
it's a
turn the
case
child
of
against you.
You don't count anymore.
You don't count. It's
just give us a new one that we're
one.
gonna, would I say, radicalize?
Yeah.
Into what we want. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't want to mention state in Nigeria. We can talk after that. But trust me, it's there.
Yeah.
Gay people are everywhere. Whether you want to believe it or not,
In
it's
your
a part
schools,
of humanity.
Churches.
They're everywhere. Your choir members.
Yeah.
That guy who you think, he's feminine, or why is he not getting married? He may not have had the language to express it to you, but trust me,
Yeah. Okay, I don't know if we have enough time, but I wanted to talk about mental health.
Okay.
Because it's something we bring up a lot on the show. Have you been looking out for mental health?
No.
As a Nigerian, especially.
Yes.
Because we're told things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think one way that I do that is sort of I try to associate myself with like-minded Nigerians.
Okay.
So I'm actually like a part of this young Igbo group and stuff, and we're trying to. Obviously, we do a lot of Igbo-related stuff, but they all know about me. They all know about me, and they're very supportive. And I sort of, like if I suggest something, they'll be like, okay, let's read about it. Like they all know.
Right. Okay.
For example, with the women, the marriages that went on Igbo, and like I can discuss that with them, and it wouldn't be like, oh, this is a Nigerian one. So I do that by associating myself with like-minded cultural people, because I'm a very cultural person. I love culture, like, as you know, the music, like, you know what I've said? Whenever I go to Nigeria, I want to go to Afro Juju concerts, not those modern ones that they're doing. Yeah, I want the one that they, you know that wire. Listen, if you know, there's no Afro Juju concert without wire. You know that wire that they're dragging on the floor and they're jumping. I want to go to a high life concert where there's musical instruments. Like, I just love to just involve myself and just be inspired in
I can feel
exactly.
And
that doesn't make me less of a Nigerian. I'm also gay. And it is what it is. We just have to look out. But yeah, sorry, back to your question.
No, yeah, you've answered actually, like, connecting yourself with open-minded people and stuff. So yeah,
but
which is amazing.
I should do more, because I think I should do.
But whatever works for you.
Yeah, but I mean, I am trying to do more as well.
Right. Okay. Good. Our last question. Someone is watching, right, and they're struggling with their sexuality and gender identity in a place like Ghana or Nigeria. What would you say to them?
If you live at home, you need to make sure that you work hard and leave home if you can. Obviously, don't come out because we don't have the climate for that. But I think just try to associate yourself with like-minded people. Believe it or not, there are actually open-minded Nigerians and Ghanaians living in those countries. I've actually come across. Well, I've actually been in touch with those people. Associate yourself with like-minded people. Read. Try to have that conversation with your parents. Try to talk them into reading their pre-colonial history before the white people came. What was life like? Try to be engaging in a very. But then again, it depends on your parents and your family. Yeah. But if your parents are very, very anti, they don't want to know, then just this is hard. I don't know. Just try and be yourself.
Yeah. I
even
think,
if it means being single for life.
And I think it's also knowing that you're valid. Like you're okay.
Oh yeah.
Being yourself and just being you, and knowing that. Because if we knew that, I wouldn't be trying to pray the gay way, for example. If I knew that actually I'm fine.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay who you are. It's a very important part of your identity. Like, it's okay, just like you said.
It's fine. Don't change what you can't change.
Exactly. Praying wouldn't help anyone.
Oh, God. Pray to cast the demon. This gay demon.
Instead of you to cast the demons out of your politicians.
Oh God, let's not shake that table today. Anyway, thank you very much
That was
for coming.
fun.
I know. Like, yeah. Thank you very much. And thank you for watching. Till I see you next time. Keep feeling free. Keep living free. Goodbye.